Okay.
I know what I heard. There we were making out, and he said it. Beast. I think
I forgot this was like a plot
That is the most horrific
Jane.
image I can imagine.
Coach, I need help. I've done everything I can to rehabilitate my image. I'm getting straight A's, dating the cutest guy at school.
You would rather be dry humping She-Hulk. Oh, dear God. Why did I say that? Now that's what I'm picturing. You know what kind of disgusting images I'm going to have to look at to get this out of my head?
Oh,
I have to
man.
go straight to the wound care center. I'm going to have to stare at some wounds.
I really
really
forgot
don't know what to
what
do.
I was really getting into when I
Wait.
watched this whole episode.
This may be the opportunity I've been waiting for.
How are we doing, guys? We doing
For you
okay?
to get Beast out of the school and your Macaulay Culkin stuffed up
I hope we're
back
doing
in
all
your
right.
arms.
What do
I
I
hope
have
you can
to
hear
do?
this.
We need to
Give me
go
some thumbs up
public
if you
with
can
your
hear the
pain.
sound.
Get
If
people
you're
talking
watching
about
this with me, let me
Make
see some
Beast
thumbs
into
up.
the next Mary Kay Letourneau. And you need to give him a piece of your mind. Loud and in public. Show him who's the boss. Oh, man.
Jane
now
Lynch,
I'm picturing
amazing.
the two of them making out during an episode of Who's the Boss.
Oh, I see guitar. I see some music.
Failing. One thing I learned in juvie, cash is king.
All right, let's make that musical transition.
Free. You think people are gonna pay us to sing? I don't think busking is.
I don't think busting's gonna work. You're dead wrong, Artie. That's all we do in Glee World.
This is so badass. I've never broken the rules like this.
Breaking the rules by singing out in a public place in your school. Real renegades. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Mark was a great musician. I loved when he had a chance to play guitar and show that off. That was always nice.
Hear the children crying, one love. Hear the children crying, one heart. Say give thanks and praise
Oh,
to the Lord,
got the words wrong.
and I will feel alright.
All right, I might make this a trio.
Let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa.
There we go.
Let them all
Josh, look at it. That's great.
dirty remarks.
Right. One of Glee's finest traditions, getting everybody involved very quick. Everybody loves it. Yeah, guys just have steel drums at the ready. Chorus.
One love. What about the one heart? What about let's get together and feel alright? As it was in the beginning.
I should have my guitar with me. Damn it. Should I grab it? I think I'm gonna have to.
Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm grabbing it. I don't care. I'm grabbing it. I can't help myself. Yeah, that's right. I realize that I'm live to however many thousands of people. So, all right, let's see if we can find it. It's probably out of tune. Again, I did not prepare for this. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it, guys. Keep going.
Alright, yeah, let's get together and feel alright.
It was worth it for the last chord. There we go. That last triad. That was nice. And see, the school likes it.
$300 in here.
You're like, how are they nerds? How are they not liked? Clearly everybody likes them at school.
I can't. It's about $300. What are we gonna do with it? Buy a buttload of clove cigarettes and I don't know.
Buy a buttload of clove cigarettes. That sounds like
You want it?
the worst idea ever.
You don't need any cash for that. She's free. She was my first.
Oh, that's right. They were together.
I
I
think
forgot how much sex is in the show. It's very
That's
scandalous.
simple. I was kind of mean to her when I blew her off.
This is perfect. The thing about chicks is you only have to be a fraction as nice to them as you are mean to them to get them to like you again.
So what do we do?
Here's a little community
That's
service coming
fine.
at you. You and I are going to take this dough and go on a double date with Santana and Bruni to the sticks.
Whoa.
Yeah. Best community service
Totally
ever,
forgot
right?
that was a thing. Okay. Whoa. Okay, here we go. We're Dalton. Here we go. It's happening. Here we go. Look at this building. This place. Whoa! Pause. I just came on screen. I just came on stage. I'm on the screen now. That's me. Wow. Look at that hairdo. I've paused it, obviously. This building was so beautiful to go to. And by the way, so this was I had already shot everything else. Actually, I don't fucking remember. But I think we had already shot the song and we'd done that Karofsky scene. So at this point, I'd spent like a little bit of time with Criss, so I think I was a little more comfortable. But you have to understand at the time, like, I didn't really watch much of Glee when the show was huge, but you had to have lived under a rock not to be aware of its presence. Like, it was on every magazine, it was on billboards, and, you know, like, I follow pop culture, so I was aware of its, like, impact. And I was really aware of Criss Colfer, and I was aware of what his character meant to so many young people, particularly queer young people. But not even just young folks, just the queer community at large. It was a really amazing character to be on a mainstream television that was doing so well. And I was totally aware of the episode where he came out. That was a big one. And I remember this because it was after, like, Glee was on at 9 or 8 or something, and my now over show, my first TV show, Eastwick, was on ABC like an hour before it. So I would, you know, watch those episodes on TV, and then afterwards flip over to that show Glee that was doing much better than our show that didn't last more than a few episodes. And I would watch this and be like, wow, this is, being on this show would be great. Like, these guys are doing fantastic. And I happened to, my first Glee episode, I think, after the pilot was probably that big episode. So I was really aware of how important this was, and I was fully aware of the reaction of being able to be a character alongside him. And if anybody, my tenure on Glee, I absolutely owe to people's embracing of the character of Kurt Hummel. I'm absolutely riding on his coattails. Had I been another part, I don't know if people would have taken as much of a liking. So my hat's off to the character of Kurt Hummel, the actor of Criss Colfer, and of all the fans that have been so supportive of his thing. So this to me was like such a really cool moment. I knew that it was like a cool thing to be a part of. I was very much aware of it, and I was really hoping I wouldn't fuck it up. Just look at that hairdo. More on the hairdo later. I'm gonna press play.
My name's Blaine.
My name's Blaine.
So what exactly is going on?
Meet cute.
Every now and then they throw an impromptu performance in the senior commons. It tends to shut the school down for a while.
It tends to shut the school down. Didn't it just shut down in
kind of cool.
McKinley
The
too?
Warblers are like rock stars.
The Warblers are like rock stars. I would know. I'm the basically dictator of the group. Shouldn't use that word. The main frontman, I should have said. Oh, look at this little slow-mo shot. Okay, pausing. So at this point, Blaine has grabbed Kurt's hand. A little forward, if you ask me. It's a bold move. Grabbing anybody's hand. That's just a bold move. But hey, it was cute. It's cute. It's TV. But yeah, literally grabs him by the hand, and they walk down the slow-mo hallway, which had another name that I like to call, but I don't know if it's said with love, but I don't want people to misconstrue it as something mean. Maybe another time. You can ask me in person what I called it. The hallway, the slow-mo hallway. See if you have ideas. But it was like a fun nickname we gave it because there was a lot of slow-mo in that hallway. Just a lot of slow-mo running up and down. You can I'm looking forward to see the conspiracy theories on this from all you internet kids. I'm looking at you, Tumblr. Holding out strong. Okay, so Blaine is grabbing his hands, and he's running down the hallway. Bold move from Blaine Anderson. At the time, didn't have the last name Anderson. That would come later. Little piano music. Okay, here it comes. Teenage Dream. God, I haven't watched this in ages.
Oh, I stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, next time don't forget your jacket, new kid. It'll fit right in.
What a
Now if you'll excuse me.
smoothie.
Before you met me, I was alright, but things were
Oh man, okay, I'm pausing it. So much to say about this. First of all, this was such a blast. I think I'm gonna have to get into this more in that concert that I was talking about because there is just so much to say. Yeah, look at all the guys who would end up being on tour with me. I mean, we had a lot of fun. Where to start? Man, I look so tiny. It's so funny. I mean, look, I'm not like a super tall guy, but I'm not super short either. I'm like right in between, and I have no problems with it. But I remember specifically when we had our first rehearsal for this, I was like, they just had to pick a bunch of tall guys. And I was like, of course, you just had to do that. I've always been perfectly comfortable with my height. I have no issues with it. But I was like, it's like you made a conscious effort to to make me look as tiny as possible. Hey, I don't care. I still got to do this and had a great time, so I don't mind. But particularly, as I'm looking at John Hall, aka Meatbox, Mr. Beatboxer. John's a rather large fellow. He's a ex-football dude. God love him. Beautiful singer. Great songwriter too. Check his stuff out online. Yeah, I just remember the first thing that happens. He like Blaine is there, then he's like, "Come watch the song," and then he slowly becomes smaller and smaller. Again, I think it's all part of the fun and the charm. Gosh, I'm just gonna watch it. I like my brain is queuing up with too many thoughts and feelings about this moment. I'm just gonna press play.
Brought me to life now every February. You'll be my Valentine. Valentine, let's go all the way tonight. No regrets.
Arrangement was killer on this, man.
Just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away. Don't ever look back. Don't ever look. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets. Just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away. Don't ever look back.
All right, I'm pausing it.
I'ma get your heart.
What a trip. I'm kind of playing guitar to kind of distract me from this. Yeah, it's wild. This was so much fun. Okay, where do I even begin? So all the singers that were cast were actual singers, but we were all lip syncing. My brain is escaping. Can you guys help me out, the fans out there, just because I'm sort of frazzled right now? It's the original a cappella group. Oh, they're gonna kill me. I usually know this off the top of my head. It's been a while. The a cappella group who originally did this. Do you guys know? I can look this up online so I don't make a damn fool of myself more than I already have. The original a cappella group of the Warblers were if anybody says it first, they'll shout you out. Who's gonna say? It's not the Wiffle Toots? No, but good guess. It was Tufts University, the Beelzebubs, which is a very classic, East Coast a cappella all-male group. This is all stuff that I talked about 10 years ago. Probably some of you are too young to even remember this, but the Beelzebubs are the real... So anyway, the Beelzebubs did the arrangement for this, and they have done a whole bunch of amazing versions of songs, and the Warblers were based on the Beelzebubs. So huge shout out to them. And all the arrangements that they did for the Warblers. And I never really got to interact with them very much. But if you go to Tufts or you have friends that go to Tufts University, Beelzebubs is like, they're a thing, and they are the OG Warblers. So the guys that they cast, obviously, were not in the Beelzebubs because the Beelzebubs were students, while these guys were actors in Los Angeles. And I thought they just cast young looking guys to be in the Warblers. But the truth is they're all like singers and really good ones too. Because of the way this a cappella recording is made, it's almost impossible to make it sound the way that it does here, simply because of a lot of the vocal manipulation that's involved, the way the vocals are stacked. If you know anything about music production, it'd be really hard to do it. But on the day, I remember trying to sing the arrangement out with a lot of these guys. We got pretty close. Obviously, it'll sound different because this is highly processed. It's on a TV show. But that was one thing that was a bummer. I was like, these guys are really great singers. And of course, we're all sort of, other than me lip syncing to my own voice, they're lip syncing. But on the day, they were kind of singing the oohs and the ahs, and it sounded great. There's a lot of great singers in there that a lot of you might be familiar with now with their own careers that you could go check out online. That's the Beelzebubs, giving them due credit to a very, very, very cool arrangement.
Racing in my skin-tight jeans, be your teenage dream tonight.
Yeah, the reverb on that, the swells and everything, the way that the beatbox is mixed.
let's run away. Don't ever look back, don't ever look back. No, look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby,
Oh, there it is.
this is real. So, oh, no. Don't ever look back, don't ever look back. I'ma get your heart racing in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight.
This was so fun.
Put your
Ah.
hands on me in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight.
Pausing, so much fun. I remember when this came out, there was like a meme or a GIF. I forget, he had a name. The fandom had like a name for him. It was some kid that was just going fucking ape shit next to Criss. He was just like all about the Warblers. And I don't know the actor's name, but it was like a thing. I've seen it come up in GIFs, especially about 10 years ago. It was awesome. That's why I really appreciate the internet community of just making these fun, noticing these things. Yeah, these guys just love the Warblers. It's crazy. My brain is like frying. I have so many thoughts about this. The reason why I was talking about how these guys are all singers is because none of us are really dancers. I'm definitely not a dancer. I'm like a somewhat athletic person, and I think I have pretty good rhythm, but like it takes a while for me to understand like choreography. It really does. And a lot of the choreography on the show that I do is pretty fundamental, and the camera's doing a lot of the work, right? We're staying here in the face and reacting and acting, but a lot of my stuff is like not great. And I remember there was like a turn thing that I couldn't do for the life of me. And I remember when I watched this final edit, I was like, wow, they made me look a lot better than I remember being. And I have a video that I will share on the DEC Decade concert of this rehearsal video, and it is a fucking joke. It is the clunkiest, most unsexy. We're all in like our gym shorts and like doing really clunky step touches that we can't really hit. And it's adorable. And it looks so stupid. And Zach Woodley, who was our choreographer, I'm sure was just like, this will never, ever work. Because it looks so dumb. And I'm definitely, guilty of that too. It looked so stupid. And talk about looking tiny. You'll see it, you'll love it. I shouldn't even show it to you because I'm trying to look somewhat cool. But it's really embarrassing. So this turned out a lot better than it looked from the start. And watching this always brings up great memories. I'll talk about the recording of the song next time, but it was one of the rare opportunities that I had to. I didn't record this with the Anders, who are the main music producers of